Raw, uncut, and unapologetic. Welcome to Men Talking Mindfulness.
How would you define adversity? And then how would you further take it into how we can use it for personal development?
Absolutely. Those are great questions. If anybody's a fan of books, there's this gentleman named Stephen
Will's
Press.
reading that right now.
Yeah. So
there it is.
I had the honor of having him on my show.
Nice.
His book to me was transformational because I read it even before I was in the military. And he talks about this entity that he calls resistance. He has a capital R in it, and you've read the book, so you understand where I'm going. But he said that resistance is anything that is stopping you from improvement, from attaining excellence, even from beginning those things. So procrastination, lack of motivation, lack of discipline, these are all within that. And this man has written, he was an abject failure, he called himself, for 27 years before his first book was published in his 50s, The Legend of Bagger Vance. So one, his story informs us that as long as you don't stop, you will always be better. You can always perfect your craft. You can always have a better voice in what you're doing. To me, lying in that bed, I ruptured a disc in my neck. I was paralyzed from the neck down. And I went through the 5 stages. I went through denial first because we're in the military and we're invincible and we're warriors, and I can, I flatlined on the table twice. So when the surgeon says you overcame death, so in my mind, there's that arrogance. I'm like, well, I can just walk this off if I overcame this whole death thing. But it was much more real than that. The second part is anger. Third part is bargaining. Fourth part is genuine depression. And then the fifth part is acceptance. And we all go through it. These are the stages of acceptance when it comes to any kind of difficulty. Having said that, I knew lying in that bed that what I was facing was much more than just resistance. It was this physical enemy. It was an adversary. And the physical manifestation of an adversary is adversity, in my opinion. Because this was something that was trying to take my life, but more importantly, it was trying to take my will, my desire to live, my dreams, my ambitions, my intentions, my thoughts, my soul.
Everything
Everything that I thought was important was ripped away. So when you're put in that place and you have no other choice, you start to figure out quickly what is important and what is not. So for me, adversity is anything that physically threatens us, forcing us to level up, forcing us to get stronger. So for some people, it is financial ruin in 2020. For some people, it's a cancer diagnosis. For some people, it's the death of a loved one. It's a car accident. Physical injury very quickly shows us the importance of our health. As I alluded to in what you read there, John, it's very easy. They say that you don't know what you got till it's gone, but that's not true. You know exactly what you have. You just assume that you will always have it. And that is not the case. Safety is illusion. We've seen in the last few years that things can turn on a dime.
Right.
So understanding that and having this omnipresence of adversity being around us, it shouldn't scare us, but it should very much keep us very realistic in everything that we do. And that gives us a sense of urgency, but more importantly, a sense of prioritizing the right things. I mentioned in the book, if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority.
Right.
And frankly, in today's life, we get really good at bullshit that does not serve us, that is not even worthy of that attention. So why are we wasting time, energy, intensity on these things if they're not worthy of that sort of investment?
Listen to the full episode on our podcast, Men Talking Mindfulness, or watch it here on YouTube. Thanks for checking us out. mentalkingmindfulness.com. Peace.